Susan, thank you so much for joining us here today. I really appreciate your time.
That's okay. My pleasure.
So you're a volunteer ambassador at Dementia UK. What does that involve? What sort of things and responsibilities do you have there?
Okay, so my role with Dementia UK is to make people aware of who we are, what we do, and to do fundraising events. So basically, I might get invited along to do a presentation or collect a check from a charity. A lot of people raise money for the charity, and they like somebody as a representative to go along and accept that check. So that's something I've done. I've done large talks, small talks. I've done a room of about 15 people, and I've also done rooms of 160 people. So sometimes it can be a little bit daunting, but yeah, it's a nice little job to do.
So why did you get involved with Dementia UK in the first place? What was your relation to it?
I cared for my mum in the last 2 years of her life. She died at the age of 99, but the last 2 years of her life, dementia took hold. So I gave up work and I became her full-time carer. Now, caring for somebody with dementia can be really full on, especially when you're doing it 24/7. Fortunately, I have my husband to support me, but I'd never heard of Admiral nurses, and I'm sure quite a lot of people out there have no idea what Admiral nurses are. So I decided that after Mum died, I had this little bit of a void in my life. So I found that they were looking for people to come forward and volunteer and spread the word. And basically, because I had never heard of them, I wanted other people to know about them. I wanted people to know that there was help if they needed it. And as I say, I'd never heard of them, so I didn't get any help whatsoever. So I think it's important that in my role to tell everybody out there that there is help available.
Absolutely. So Dementia UK do amazing work to promote all of these things, and the latest one that we've got involved with here is the Raise Your Game initiative, where they're asking people to quite simply join up, meet with friends and play some games, as simple as that, and in doing so try and raise some money to help support Dementia UK. We're going to be playing board games for 24 hours non-stop, starting at 4 a.m. on Saturday, October the 10th. So we're really excited about all the things that have got going on there. But what I want to talk to you today about is if people were to donate towards the Just Giving for our 24-hour Gameathon, and to those who have already done so, can you talk a little bit about where their money is going to go? What good is it going to do to help?
Okay, so I've got a few figures here that might help people sort of break it down a little bit. So for every £33 that's raised, this could pay for an Admiral nurse for about an hour. And this hour, whether it's on the phone or whether it's somebody, an Admiral nurse going to visit a family to support them when there's no one else to turn to.
Amazing.
And £70. Now this could help fund an helpline Admiral nurse for 2 hours in the evening when other sources of support have all closed for the night. I know myself, when things went badly wrong at home and you just think, oh, I wish I could phone somebody. And yes, you can, but of course that costs money. So that £70 could help pay for an Admiral nurse for 2 hours to help on the helpline in an evening. Now, £230, now that sounds a lot of money, but I appreciate there are some people out there who like to give a lot more. Now, this could pay for a new Admiral nurse for a whole day, offering life-changing support. So sometimes you just need, a little bit longer with your Admiral nurse, and that's where that £230 can go for a whole day. £515 that means that 2 Admiral nurses taking helpline calls all day on a Sunday. Now, Sundays used to be for me quite a difficult day, because when you're looking after somebody with dementia, every day's the same, but again, it's very different, because you don't know what life's going to throw at you. But of course, on a Sunday, there's no one out there. A lot of the time, you don't even feel you can call your friends, because they're busy with their families doing other things. So if you can call a helpline, and get the support from an Admiral nurse, that's where the money comes available. So all the money raised, regardless of whether it's just £2, £5, £500, it all goes to help fund those really, really important Admiral nurses. Helps to pay for their training, and yeah, it's really important that we get lots of money to help get more nurses, basically.
And God forbid anyone who's watching this will be in a situation where they need to get the support of an Admiral nurse, but the statistics are that a lot of us will be in that situation one day, and when we are, we're going to want that help, we're going to want that support, because it's an incredibly difficult thing to see loved ones go down these paths and not be the people that they once were. Dementia isn't something where you can just take some pills or go to see the doctor and you're suddenly going to get better. This is something that you're going to have for life, until the day that sadly they die, and the people around them need the support to help support those people. We are paying for time here for these nurses to provide that support to people like you and I, people like Susan, who had to do that herself for her mother, so that we can get through this. It seems to be one of the most admirable things that we can do as a group of people to help get other friends and family through these difficult situations. So I think it's a wonderful cause, which is why we want to play a small part in this. And Susan, I it breaks my heart to hear what you've gone through, but it's put you in this situation now, wearing that shirt that you're wearing now, doing what you're doing now. So something wonderful came from it. And hopefully now you're bringing that support to other people and making a change in their lives. So, well done for you for going through that difficult time and finding a positive in it, because quite often that isn't the way that people are.
Yes, thank you. I do enjoy my role, and I think it is very important that, for me personally, because I've been through it, even sitting down with a friend over a cup of coffee and telling that friend what I went through, some of the things that, that their relative may have just been diagnosed with dementia, and they say, what's it like, and I can tell them what to expect. Because you don't know, you really don't know. And I mean, you and I think if you've got the support behind you from Dementia UK, from the Admiral nurses, it must make it a lot easier. As I say, I didn't have that support, and I found it incredibly hard. But yeah, Admiral nursing and Dementia UK are just, so important. We've all heard of other charities, but the statistics of how many people will get dementia, is just crazy, absolutely crazy. And it's frightening, really, to think that, we fear cancer, but I think we should fear dementia even more.
Yeah, I agree. Losing my mind is something that scares me more than losing my body. I have to be truthful, and seeing people around me that have gone through that, it's a terrifying thing, which is why we want to play a part of this. Susan, thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it. Dementia UK are here 24/7. The Raise Your Game thing is throughout October. The thing that we're doing is just on October the 10th. But Dementia is here forever. Dementia UK are here forever. Donate what you can, whenever you can. I'll put a link to our Just Giving in the bio. But whenever you can feel you can support this amazing charity to help people in this incredibly difficult time, please do so, because it's constantly needed. When you pay for these hours, when you pay for these nurses' time, you know, that's just the next hour, that's just the next day, but it's going to be the day after that and the day after that. These people need constant help and constant support, and that's exactly what Dementia UK are doing with the Admiral nurses. Susan, thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.